Now, each one of these welds is going to require a different angle, a different electrode angle. The first pass, if you went in it in a 45, what's going to happen? The top leg's going to drop down on you, right? So what you're going to want to do is drop that angle to about a 30, use that arc force to push it up and keep it even. The second pass, you're always going to build from the bottom up. So the second pass would be this one. You're not going to aim at the toe there, you're going to aim somewhere in here as your center point. And what you're going to want to do is look at where are you placing that weld. Now I'm placing it as a combination of this weld and this base metal piece. So I'm going to want to actually tip up a little bit so that I catch this good and I can still get it in here. So if your 45 was here, I may actually tip up and maybe even do a 50 to get that second weld in there. I still got to worry about that gravity, but I'm not placing it against a 90-degree surface anymore. The angles have changed, so I'm going to change my electrode angle. The third pass, this is one of the trickier ones because the gravity is really going to play now. You're going to need to drop that angle way down. I may come in something like this or even more. In some cases, I have come in with an angle almost 90 degrees to that surface. And as it gets hotter, you're going to have to change that angle more and more. So I may start out welding here, and as I get down to the end of my plate, I'm dropping that angle as I go. A few people I've worked with, you know, I did that tandem welding. As I'm going, I'm saying, okay, let's drop our angle. I think a few people have noticed that. I'm looking at the fluidity in the pool saying, it's going to start dropping on me unless I do something real quick. And here's the thing with working these 5 essential variables, controlling the pool while you're welding. It has to become to where it's just about natural. If you have to look at it and say, oh, it's getting fluid, okay, let's see, I'm going to do, guess what? It's too late. You have to get it to where it's second nature. You're seeing the pool and you're adapting just by doing it. I like to use the analogy of driving a car. Stick shift. How many people learn to drive on a stick shift? Yeah, how many people ground the gears when they were first learning? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, but now, if you're still driving a stick shift, it's smooth, isn't it? You can do it with no problem. What happened is it becomes second nature. You simply do it without even thinking about it. Now you got to renew your driver's license, and the person that's going to be watching you and scoring you, they got their scorebook right there. Make it even worse. They're writing stuff and you're wondering what they're doing. You can't look over because you got to keep your eyes on the road. All of a sudden you start grinding gears again. You start missing them. Why? Nervous? You started thinking about it. You started thinking about it instead of letting it just flow and be second nature. Now, this analogy goes in, it's time to certify. You're a good welder. All of a sudden there's somebody there inspecting, watching you weld. And you're not a good welder anymore. What happened? You started thinking about it. You gotta weld enough where it becomes natural. It's second nature. You need booth time. And when I say booth time, you should have your hood down, or you're not going to get as much out of it. You need to be in there welding or even watching someone else weld. You'll learn faster working with somebody else, trust me. But you need that time with your hood down so that you're welding and it